Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. Jessica here. I am here to work on this unfinished project. This is a file folder, altered file folder journal that I started working on yesterday, or I came back to yesterday. It's essentially just two hanging file folders that have been reinforced, glued together along the spine, and the outer folder has some muslin sewn onto it. Yesterday I made these background pages, and I linked yesterday and I will again. I will link it both below, and I will put a card up there linking the video that shows how I make these. Very simple and straightforward and fun. So I glued that back one down, but I did not glue this one down because I want to put in a flippy envelope here. But I did pull out some book pages to put on these other pages, and I got them from this. It's Janet Marsh's Nature Diary. Janet Marsh's Nature Diary. And it has all kinds of lovely illustrations. Let's see, the ISBN is 071811796-4. So that's the ISBN number if you want to look for it. I'm not sure where I got this. It's possible I got it on Thrift Books or even a book sale. I'm not sure. But yeah, it has really lovely illustrations, and they're organized by season and months. So kind of a nice alternative to Edith Holden, although I have some of those pulled out. But this is a nice big book. Okay, so I pulled out some pages, and I also inked them up. So this is brand new. I just got tea dye. How have I never owned tea dye before? So tea dye, I used a makeup brush, one of these makeup brushes, and I just went around the edges with this makeup brush and the tea dye. And then I just went around the very, very edge with the vintage photo. And it's fabulous. Like, oh my gosh, I love, love, love this color combination. Okay, so this one I would like to put here, and I chose a book, not a book, I chose a page that was mostly text because I want to put pockets and things on here. And you know, when you pull out a beautiful piece of paper and then you cover it up with pockets and tucks and embellishments, it's sad. So I'll leave this, excuse me, but I will glue the rest down. Let's see. This is art glitter glue that I have decanted into this cute little thing, and I'm just going to glue it down to the background page, and it will serve two things. It'll make it pretty, but it also will reinforce it and give it a little more structure and strength. So where's my edge? There's my edge. I'm putting it in from all the edges, just a smidge. And I may have to go back down to that edge. I can't find my glue spreader. I usually keep it in one of these little containers that I have here on the edge of my desk, but it is not there. I think it must have gotten cleaned up and shoved in someplace that I didn't mean to put it. You thought I was going to say something else. Anyway, so there's that page, and then on this other second to last page, I'm going to do this one here, and then I have something different for the middle pages. So I'm just going to glue this one down as well. So how are you all? I hope you're all well. Today is Monday, September, I think it's the 3rd. It's Labor Day, so happy Labor Day. We have it off, although it's kind of like a Sunday for me because we have to go to work tomorrow. I teach high school, for those of you who don't know, and school just started back up last week. So we're still in that kind of, it's always, the beginning of the year is always stressful for me because because there's no rhythm yet. It takes a little while to establish the momentum and the flow from lesson to lesson. So you kind of have to like figure out what you're going to do and where are you and where are the different classes. And then this year, as I've mentioned, we have a whole new schedule that's very confusing. And we're not quite done with like all the start of the year celebrations. We just got an email from the principal talking about we're having another rally on Thursday, which is fine. It's fine. It's all fine, but you know, it's just one more thing to plan around. And again, it disrupts the momentum. There's this great, once you get kind of going, one day leads into the next about what you're doing and what you're studying, and you develop just like this flow and momentum. And it's very uncomfortable for me until that gets going. And having a lot of disruptions to an already wonky schedule, I find frustrating. So, yeah. Okay, so then this is a lovely double page spread that I found for one of the fall pages. And I did have to cut a little bit off the bottom. So you don't get all of the numbers identified, but a lot of these numbers are identified. So that's kind of fun. So I'm just gonna glue these down. I don't think I have to worry about sticking anything behind them. And I did that same inking on these. I did the tea dye with the makeup brush around the edge, the border edge, and then I did the vintage photo along the edge. Oh, my husband started mowing the lawn. So last week was feeling a bit like fall here, although, let me take this off. This week is supposed to get hot again. It's supposed to be up, well, I don't know, hot is relative, I suppose. Hot for us. It's supposed to get up into the 80s. And been watching all the hurricanes in the Atlantic, because we're on the Atlantic coast. And there have been an unusual number of storms out in the Atlantic, but luckily, thank you, and knock on wood, they have all kind of just spun up the center of the Atlantic, and so they haven't come, other than the one that hit Florida. To all of you, those of you in Florida, I apologize, but they haven't traveled up the coast to the Carolinas, or up the Atlantic coast to New England, or even the mid-Atlantic. They've all kind of started heading this way, other than Idalia, and then kind of banked right and gone up the center of the Atlantic. I mean, there have been like 6 of them that have done that. So I think we're up to F or something in the alphabet of named hurricanes. We're past that. We're way past that. I've lost track. But yeah, so far they've like banked, and they haven't hit poor little Bermuda, and they haven't hit so I'm just hoping that they all do that. They all just kind of spin up the center of the Atlantic, because obviously there's a lot of heat in the tropical Atlantic that needs to be dissipated, but I sure would like it to be dissipated up the center of the ocean, where there are many fewer things to be impacted. Okay, so now those 2 pages feel super sturdy, because each of those pages now has file folder and 2 kind of thickish book pages to support it. Okay, so now for this page, this is a file folder that I have used, pardon me, I have a tickle. I have spray stains and spray oxides, the Ranger, and they've been like the different greens. I used peeled paint, I used rustic wilderness, forest moss. My forest moss gives it these very, like, it's rather than being a dispersed spray, it's a very pointed spray. I don't know why, but it's always been like that. And then I added some splatters of picket fences. So I've just folded this. Oh, you know what? This has like a little bit of a bend to that. I should probably reinforce that with some tape because I really don't want that to be a problem. Uh-oh. My tape drawers are stuck. Oh dear. Like I've got the two drawers and something sticking up and preventing the top drawer from moving separate. Oh, it's a roll of tape. Oh dear. Come on, you. You don't need to be that way. Oh, okay. Won't be doing that then. I will use something else. Here I have some fabric tape. I have this kind of fabric tape. I'm just going to reinforce this right here with some fabric tape. Do I have anything else? Yeah, I don't think I need the fabric tape. Fabric tape is kind of overkill. I'll use some of this. Just to make sure it doesn't. And actually this is very similar to what I was originally reaching for. Okay. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so tickly today. Okay, so that's not so bendy. And then I'm going to, this is the bottom of the file folder, and it actually does have some score lines in it. This has forest moss on it. So it goes along that score line with some forest moss. And so that is like a little file folder. Put this to the side for a second. So I can either have it hinge this way, or I can have it hinge this way. Oh, you know what? Now with that, this is hitting now. All right, so that's okay. I'm just going to make another little score on this. I have, actually, ooh. Let me make a smaller score. I thought there was like one more line that was more like 1/4 of an inch. I would prefer a smaller score down here so that there's a little bit of a smaller box. There. And then now that's better. Crease that. You know, probably didn't need any box at the bottom anyway, but that's okay. Have that there. So now that's not crashing. Okay, and so I think I'm going to do it this way. So you open this, and then you would open that to reach there. And I have made a couple of things to support this. I had some cream cardstock that I had sprayed with those same inks, and I did actually 4 circle cuts with my, I think this is a 1-inch punch. Yeah, this is a 1-inch punch because it's the same size as the squares on my mat. And I glued 2 of them together, and I poked a hole in the center. So those will be my closures. And I made some 2-inch strips that I scored every 1/2 inch to be my gussets. Oops, they go this way. But there, this one is too long. So I need to take about 1 inch off that. And I'll just cut this one to the same length or height. And it doesn't really matter if they're exact because you're really not going to see them. Okay, but before I glue this on, I want to do my closure. And I had the thought that I kind of want my closure to be like diagonal, like that. Just because I like the way that looks. if the string goes like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of center it there. I need some brads. And I think I'm gonna do kind of a vintagey brad on this one. So I have these coppery ones. I like these kind of bronze, I guess. The little tiny ones stick. I have all mixed sizes in this jar, and this jar has a magnet on the lid, and I magnet the lid to the bracket support for my shelf. Okay, so a little pokey tool. I want this one about centered on this eyeballing. And then this, I just will stick through. And then here, I'm going to stick it there. I don't have a good reason why I chose that spot. Just felt right. Okay. So that is going to go there. And I should washi tape the backs of these. So I have some Tim Holtz washi tape here. And I know Tim Holtz washi tape is excellent, but I'm going to glue stick it anyway. There we go. And another piece for the other one. So things don't catch. Okie doke. All right, so that goes like that, that goes like that. I don't know what string I'm gonna use yet. And I need my gussets. So these gussets, I always try and figure out which way they go. So I want these bumps here to be sticking out so that when it expands, you get the full width. So if the M's, the peaks of the M's, if you make it an M, the peaks of the M's stick out. And so here's my art glitter glue again. And so the way I do it is I get them right to the edge, but not right up against the toe box or whatever you have it at the bottom, the spine at the bottom. I leave a little space. And I do both of these so that they're sticking out the right way. So I'll glue this one again. I'm sticking out, try and line it up as much as possible so they're directly opposite each other. See, that way when they open up, it'll form an edge that is lined with the edge. Oh, dogs are protecting me from, I don't know, my husband, I think. Silly dogs. And then I just stick some glue on both of these. Okay, dogs, that'll do. Oh. Hey guys, it's okay. Usually they do that if it's the post or a delivery. I don't see anybody. My room, this craft room, the porch for the house is just where this is a front room. It's just there and I can see out the window. And I don't see any delivery person that would warrant such a response. They are both husky mixes. So they do like to bark. Oh, maybe my neighbor right there has a visitor. So maybe they were parking in the wrong I don't know. It's fine. Okay, so that's gonna go like that, but I do need something to use as a hinge. So what do I have that is strong? I suppose I could do some more sari silk. I have some sari silk here. There is quite a bit of sari silk on here that I've used for reinforcing things. So that would make sense. So let me cut a piece of sari silk there. I guess I should have glued that on first. Oh well. C'est la vie. And what am I gonna put this on with? I guess I will put this on with some Fabri-Tac, because Fabri-Tac is reliable. And it will soak through the fabric, but that's okay. You're not gonna see this. It's just gonna be the hinge. And both edges of the hinge, the hinge edge that is attached to the cover will be hidden under paper, and this you won't see much. Okay, so it's a full width of sari, and I'll just get it the edge. See what I mean? You see it. You can see the glue soaking through the fabric, but in this case where it's going to be mostly hidden, that's fine, and it really does do an excellent job adhering the fabric to the paper. Okay. So then this needs to get glued down to this edge here. I should probably snip off this extra little bit so it doesn't add too much bulk behind the paper. And then I should just make sure where the edge of that paper is going to be, so that I am not come on you. There we go. Okay, and then so that, whoops, go away, sorry. Sorry. Go like that. I could probably even make it go down a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue onto this sewn edge. I'm gonna actually leave, I think some of the, I'm gonna leave the stitches showing. Okay, and then I'm going to stretch this out. And have it tacked down like so. I'm just going to check this one more time. Make sure there's room. Yeah, I want to see a little bit of that sewn edge. All right, that's going to work out well. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this down, and I'm just going to use this because I have it out. Put a little under this edge. A little bit more under this edge. Make sure I have this going the right way around. Nope, I keep wanting to do that. And just throw a couple of these things back in their spots because it's getting crowded here. Okay. So this is going to go like so. All right, glue this down. So what do you all do when you feel like you're in a stuck spot creatively? I found I lost momentum when I went away, and then I had jet lag, and then school started, and it had been, you know, at that point a couple of weeks. And then I got discouraged because you go and you look at your analytics on YouTube and you see that no one has watched your channel while you've been away, which is understandable. But, you know, I am trying to reach that monetization level. Is that the right way around? Yes, I do believe it is. Try and get it straight. The other nice thing about this Fabri-Tac is it does give you a minute to adjust, whereas the art glitter glue really does grab quickly, which is a benefit in a lot of cases. But if you're like, just then I needed an extra second or so to see. Now that looks like a very nice neat edge with it glued down. Use my spreader. A little worried about scraping off the, you know, the Distress Glaze powder. Okay, I think we've got it. All right, so I'm just gonna find a string that looks nice there, and we have some structure happening in this little journal, and I'm happy with it. I'm thinking I'm going to be using a lot of field notes, stamps and things, and Tracy labels to embellish this a little bit as well. I think I'm going to make some fern die cuts. I love the fern die cuts in green. They look so pretty. And I think I have some leaves. I think that's what I'll do next, is I'll do some background pages for leaf die cuts on book pages maybe, or maybe just not on book pages, maybe just on cardstock, and I will do that on camera. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that looks really pretty. And then here is the little journal that's gonna go in the middle. Oh, this is gonna be cute. Oh, I'm happy and excited. Yay! Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye-bye.